Let's take up some questions on issue of debentures. The first, the topic on which we'll take up the questions is issue of debentures for consideration other than cash. Now here, let me take up a question. R Limited purchased machinery costing rupees 1,35,000. It was agreed that the purchase consideration be paid by issuing 9% debentures of rupees 100 each. Assume debentures have been issued. The first case is at par and at a discount of 10%, right? Give the necessary journal entries. This is the question, right? Okay. Now, first of all, R Limited purchased machinery costing rupees 1,35,000. So let's make the journal entries. The first journal entry for purchase of machinery is machinery account debit to R Limited. They are the vendors, right? Being machinery purchased. The amount is 1,35,000, right? Here, 1,35,000. Now after that comes the issue of debentures, right? Now here we have been given they are issuing 9% debentures of rupees 100 each. First of all, let's take up the case of issue at par, right? Okay. So here, what will be the entry? It will be vendor account debit. The vendor is here R Limited account debit. It is being issued at par, right? So, it's 9% debentures, right? 9% debentures. The amount will be the same. 1,35,000, 1,35,000 like this, right? Here, first of all, how many debentures have been issued? Number of debentures issued is basically the formula I gave in the last session, that is purchase consideration divided by issue price, right? So what is the purchase consideration in this case? It is 1,35,000 divided by 100. So that is equal to 1,350 debentures. So here you will write 1,350 debentures of rupees 100 each issued to R Limited. Okay. Now we come to the case where the second one, where it is issued at a discount of 10%, right? Okay, now in this case, the first entry is the same in both the cases, machinery to R Limited, right? Now, when it is issued at a discount of 10%, here you have vendor account debit 1,35,000, right? Discount on issue, sorry. Discount on issue of debentures account. This is also debit, right? Then here you will have two 9% debentures, right? Okay, now the vendor account, the amount we know is the purchase consideration 1,35,000. Now first of all, let's try to calculate this number of debentures, right? The number of debentures in this case will be 1,35,000 upon 90, because here the debenture of 100 rupees is issued at a discount of rupees 10. 10% is 10 rupees, right? So we have 1,35,000 divided by 90, which is equal to 1,500 debentures. Now 1,500 debentures are issued, and the actual value of the debentures is how much? The actual value of the debentures is 100 rupees, right? So here it should be 1,50,000. The amount that I have got here is basically, here what we have done is, this 1,50,000 is 1,500 debentures into 100 rupees, right? The whole value. And here we will have discount on issue of debentures. See how many debentures are there? 1,500, right? The discount will be equal to 1,500 into 10 rupees, which is 15,000 rupees, right? So here we will have this one. This is 15,000, right? And here we had 1,35,000, right? So the debit side total is 1,35,000 and 15,000, 1,50,000. This is 1,50,000, right? Fine. So this is being 1,500 debentures of rupees 100 each, issued at a discount of 10%, right? This is the entry. Okay, vendor account will be debited with the amount of the purchase consideration. The number of debentures will be calculated using this formula. Here we have calculated the number of debentures, right? This is calculation of the number of debentures, and the two 9% debentures or whatever, right? Two debenture account will be the actual value, that is at par value, that is 1,500 into the actual price, that is 100 rupees, right? So that is 1,500 into 100, which is 1,50,000, and the discount will be per debenture, the discount is 10 rupees, right? So 1,500 debentures into 10 rupees is 15,000 rupees. Understood? So this is how this question will be done. The journal entry for purchase of assets in both the cases will be the same. The issue of debentures entry will be different in the two cases, right? Okay, now I'll take up one more question in which we'll have some amount which is paid in cash, and the rest, for the rest the debentures are issued, right? So I have a question here which is Deepak and Associates purchased assets worth rupees 2 lakhs, payable rupees 65,000 in cash, and the balance by issue of 9% debentures of rupees 100 each at a discount of 10%, right? Give the journal entries. Now in this case, the first entry will be sundry assets account debit to Deepak and Associates, that is the purchase consideration is 2 lakh. They have purchased it for 2 lakh, right? Now part of the money is paid in cash. Now when you pay something in cash, the entry will be Deepak and Associates account debit to cash account or bank account, right? Now they are paying 65,000. So this is payment. They have written cash, so you can write to cash account also. Payment made to the vendors, right, in cash. Then comes the issue of debentures. Now 2 lakh rupees is the total value of the machinery or sundry assets. Now here, out of this 2 lakh, 65,000 is already paid, right? So what is the remaining amount? The remaining amount is 2 lakh minus 65,000, that is 1,35,000. So they are issuing the debentures for this balance amount, right? Now these debentures are issued at a discount of 10%. So the issue price of the debentures is how much? 100 minus 10, which is equal to 90 rupees, right? So the number of debentures issued will be equal to 1,35,000 divided by 90, which is again 1,500 debentures, right? Okay. Now the journal entry, this journal entry is made. Now the third journal entry, which is for issue of debenture. Vendor account debit. Now here I'll have only 1,35,000, right? Discount on issue of debentures account debit. To 9% debentures. This is the journal entry. So as I said, vendor account is here 1,35,000 with a balance amount. Now we saw that 1,500 debentures are issued. The value of the debentures is 100, issued at a discount of 10 rupees, right? So here this is 1500, 1500 into 10, which is equal to 1,50,000, right? 1500 into 10, and in this it will be 15,000 rupees, which is 1500 into 10, right? Being issue of debentures at a discount of rupees 10, right? So this is how we will do when a part of the purchase consideration is paid in cash, right? In case where you have the debentures are issued at a premium, like supposing, let's say, like XII Limited purchased a business now here purchased a business, we'll write here assets taken over is 7 lakh and liabilities is rupees 60,000, right? Purchased a business and the purchase consideration is 6,60,000 rupees, right? Now they say they issued debentures of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10%, right? Now first of all, see here the sundry assets. Now this is a case where business is taken over, right? Sundry assets account debit is 7 lakh, right? And two sundry liabilities, is 60,000, okay? And here you will have two vendor account, which is 6,60,000. Now here you see the credit side total is more, comes to 7,20,000. This is the case where the purchase consideration is more than the difference between the value of assets and liabilities, right? So here goodwill account will be debited, fine. So here whatever is the difference, that will come like this: goodwill account debit, the difference is 20,000 rupees, okay? Then after that comes the next one, that is issue of debentures. This is for purchasing the business, right? Okay, the next entry is the issue of debentures. Now what is the purchase consideration here? 6,60,000, right? And first of all, let's do this here. Number of debentures is equal to 6,60,000 divided by 110, which comes equal to 6,000. Six lakh 60,000. Sorry, this 110. 110 is divided by 110 is 6,000, right? Okay. Now look at this. Here we will have vendor account debit, that is with the value 6,60,000, right? Two debentures. Now two debentures will be 6,000 into 100, that is 6 lakhs, the actual at par value, right? That is 6,000 into 100, right? Now to securities premium reserve is per debenture, the premium is how much? 10 rupees. So 6,000 into 10 is 60,000 rupees, right? So this is basically 6,000 into 10 rupees. This will be the entry in this case, right? So we have taken up some questions in this session wherein we have looked at different cases of issue of debentures for consideration other than cash. So with that, I'll come to the end of this session.